The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
If you have an opinion on our show, let us know what you have to say through the power of social media. People always ask me, Jonathan Clarke, how do you become famous overnight? Okay, are you watching? This is how.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was wrong in the wrong time. Stop and rewind, everything is so throwback-ish. I kinda like it how you're out of my league. Old school chic, like a movie star, up a silver screen. You're one of a kind, living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
So, what did you think?
Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan Clarke, and I have to say that I think thank you is never said enough, and I think that a lot of thank yous had to be given to people who have never given up on Demi Lovato over the last at least 5 or 6 years when she was first admitted to rehab after she first cracked under pressure, like the media referred to it as being, and now in her 2018 overdose relapse. I think that thank you can never be said enough because you guys seemingly never give up on Demi Lovato, and I obviously am in that category of people who seemingly never give up on the Demi Lovatos, the Miley Cyruses, the Selena Gomez's. No matter what happens, I'm always wearing the Mickey Mouse shirts and always talking about the Disney aspect of life, and always kind of keeping the magic within all of our lives. And the good news is, in the fallout of what was Demi Lovato's 2018 overdose, after first hearing about it on Live with Kelly and Ryan a couple of mornings back when I was catching my daily dose of morning talk shows between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Time, is that Demi seems to be doing much better than what she was when she was first found unresponsive after turning away from help from family and friends, which is something that nobody should ever do. Because family and friends are really all you have in this life. My mom, who passed away tragically from cancer in 2006, said something that resonates with me to this day. She said that if you have no friends, you have no life. And for me to share that with you, I obviously think a lot of each and every single one of you. So if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to my website. It's much appreciated. But I think that truer words were never shared by my mother with me. The fact that if you have no friends, you have no life. And the thing is, I don't think Demi should have turned away from her friends or her family. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it transpired. But the thing is, I think that Demi deserves, all the credit in the world for everything that she's had to endure in her life. She's obviously had to put up with a lot of unnecessary crap. The lack of communication between herself and her father, the lack of a relationship with her dad. I can kind of relate to her and everything that she's been through in a lot of ways because I didn't have a really good relationship with my dad. But the good news for me and my dad was before he passed away after having dealt with depression and battled it for the majority of his lifetime. After my mom passed away, me and my dad got the chance to resolve our issues, and we took advantage of it. We went across Canada. We lived together for a number of years, and when it was all said and done and what happened, I have no regrets. I came away with no regrets. I still miss them to this day. God knows I miss both. My parents, my heart goes out to them for everything they did for me and my sister. But the thing is, it's over and done with. But I did get the chance to resolve a lot of issues that I may have had with my dad, and I'm very grateful for having the chance to do that. And I think that Demi needs to kind of, take a step back and reflect on her life and say I was lucky enough to make it out of the first time I was admitted into rehab and make such a phenomenal recovery. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do the same thing the second time around. I mean, you take a look at everything Demi has done. She's put out great music since coming out of rehab. She's talked about it a lot on documentaries for shows like Ellen and Dr. Phil. They just recently put out the Demi Lovato documentary on everything she's had to endure in her lifetime after having sold over 1 billion albums worldwide, been a movie star, done voiceover work. Demi's had a hand at everything, charities, and she's been such a huge inspiration. And it's just a shame that I have to talk about such a heart-wrenching story of how Demi was found unresponsive apparently and had overdosed in 2018. Now, I don't know what it was on or over because I don't go into these stories in detail like a lot of people can't get enough of. But I think that Demi really needs, excuse me, to put it behind her, and I think that people need to kind of lay it to rest. Just as Demi has to move on with her life, we have to move on with ours. And I think that that doesn't happen enough because it seems like a lot of people kind of thrive off this kind of bad news, this negative news. Like I just spoke on, the Disney magic that Demi was able to give us, in the early stages of her career. I first saw Demi's audition tape for Sunny with a Chance a few years ago, and I was blown away by that. If there was ever an individual to portray the character of Sunny Monroe, it obviously was Demi Lovato because of the spunk and the life that she brought on set for Sunny with a Chance and that character, and it's just a shame they had to revamp the show into so random. But I think that Demi, will come back from this stronger. I think that, the more support that she receives from her fans, that's great too. I'm in the same category that all of you are in because, no matter what my situation is in life and no matter how difficult it is, I have always been such a huge fan of Demi Lovato, and that is going nowhere anytime soon. And this video will join a double shot of Demi Lovato overdose videos that I've been posting in conjunction with all of the news updates and the videos that you guys have been streaming on social media sites such as YouTube, where you'll find this video on my channel at youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. I think a huge thank you needs to go out to everybody on social media who's been sharing the content, keeping us in what I've called for years an informative loop, because if it wasn't for that informative loop, I don't think that, we'd know as much as what we do, no matter if it's good news, no matter if it's bad news, no matter if we know about it in a good way or a bad way. I think if not for that informative loop, we'd kind of be left in the dark and we'd be left clueless, wondering, what's going on. We'd even be wondering why Jonathan Clarke is wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. Let me say this. I have said this a lot about people like Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. Although I've never met them personally or spoken to them personally over the phone, I am the individual they need to get in contact with and speak to because I can kind of relate to them more than probably anybody can. I'm not saying that no one else is able to relate to them because they do have a lot of great fans and friends and supporters and family out there. I know Selena Gomez has had an on and off again relationship with her mother, and that has everything to do with Justin Bieber, who obviously is out of her life now because of being engaged to Haley Baldwin. I'll be talking about that coming up on a future video blog and a radio show for you guys and tell you how I feel about that because I really don't know myself how I feel about that, and that's why I haven't done that one yet. Because stories like this about Demi Lovato seem to be dominating conversation, and I don't blame it for dominating conversation because Demi sold over 1 billion albums and got so many fans. But just because you have 1 billion fans and you've sold over 1 billion albums, that doesn't mean anything because it's really just, what the media wants you to be known for as. It's not, sharing any information about what the everyday individual is or who they are or what they go through on a daily basis. And I think that my throat is really bothering me. I think that if we had more information on, what the everyday individual is and who they are and what they go through, I think that this perception of having 1 billion fans and 1 billion albums would just be thrown out the window. And I wish more of that would happen. But I do want to say, congratulations to Demi for being given a second chance. Really, some people will go as far as to call it a third chance. Because not too many third chances are given. You get probably a second go around, and if you fool up the second time around, there's no third or fourth or fifth chance. So I think to be given a third chance, what I'll call a second one, is really great for Demi, and I really hope she takes advantage of it because there's more music and there's more movies and there's more opportunities out there for Demi Lovato to be given. And I think that the more that she's given them, the more great things we're going to be seeing from her. So. And, I think the best way of ending this is by saying that, I don't think thank you is ever said enough. And I think that a lot of thank yous need to be given to all of you guys because it wasn't your fault that this happened. I know probably a lot of people are pointing the finger or blame at themselves because they should have probably been there or probably thinking to yourself, you probably should have been there for Demi Lovato. And what was there that you could have done to kind of prevent this from happening? Well, really the answer is there was nothing that you could have done because you weren't there. You didn't really know what happened with it. And you're probably saying to yourself, Jonathan Clarke, you're crazy and out of your mind. But at the end of this video blog, after you watch it probably a second or third time, you'll realize the reason for the hearts, and you'll realize that everything that I've said here kind of in a strange way makes sense, because we can all relate to a Demi Lovato situation, because tragically out there, unfortunately, the world is a cruel place. And, every day we hear about how someone's unfortunately overdosed, or they've committed suicide, or attempted suicide in some crazy way. It's never easy, and I think that it's never going to get easy, but, it just shows, the more that we come together and show our never-ending love and support, the better place we can make the world, the better and better the world becomes. And I hope that, the people who have never given up on Demi Lovato, as long as, you guys are around and you're giving the thank yous that you deserve, I think that Demi will be not going anywhere anytime soon. Just like you're probably wishing that I would, but the sad reality is that Jonathan Clarke is going nowhere anytime soon, because he has the subscribers and he has the fans out there who, for some strange reason, keep coming back to this channel, and for some strange reason, love the videos that I post. There you see the smile. Thank you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, and get in on the conversation about this heart video for Demi Lovato. I did one for Selena Gomez a while back, which got pretty good response, so hopefully this second heart video, the only second heart video in existence actually on my YouTube channel, will get the same kind of review. I often do these about, certain situations that happen. I wish I could do more of them. Hopefully I'll have the chance to, but hopefully this video gets just as good of a response as the Selena Gomez one does, and kind of boosts the morality of my channel again. Thank you guys for, never giving up on Demi Lovato. The more that this happens, the better place the world will become, because it's not the world, people. That's something that I have to stress here. It's not the world that, we're living in. It's the people in the world that think it's such a god-awful place for us to have to endure. Am I right or am I wrong here? I think that, truer words have never been spoken. A lot of true words on this YouTube channel, guys. It can inspire you in a lot of ways if you let it. If you allow it into your lives and allow it to inspire you the way that I'm trying to reach millions of people. It's not the world, people. It's the people, unfortunately, who are living in the world that's making it such a god-awful place. And, the more that we come together, the better place this world will be. Thank you guys for never giving up on Demi Lovato. I'm going to post this video, and hopefully it gets a great response. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will check in with you again really soon. So long for now.
HEW Entertainment Radio is a production of HEW Entertainment on their official website and broadcasts on social media. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, follow and listen to our show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and watch us on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke22. Hosted and produced by Jonathan Clarke out of Canada. If you have any questions on our radio broadcast, you can email us at jonathanclarke2005 at hotmail.com. Thank you for listening.